Hello everyone! First of all, let's thank you all for being here listening today. My full name is Đăk Nông. I'm 15 years old.
And my name is THảo dạ NG. 15 is my certain of 8 number.
You can also call us Double T. We are all from class 9A1 Little Kiệt Secondary School, Đăk Nông District, Đăk Nông Province. Today we're very honored and excited to be here to introduce about place in Đăk Nông Unesco Globalgeopark to make this place closer to domestic friends, people in particular, and international friends in general.
To let people know its divine beauty and highly education. So, we are going to talk about
Victory Hill 722 in Đăk Nông.
Đăk Nông is located in the southwestern of the Central Highland with rich and long cultural tradition. Đăk Nông Geopark is a member of the Globalgeopark Center. This is the third geopark in Vietnam and the same time against the British Nation's Education, Scientific and Cultural Organization, Unesco. This is one of the industry's most iconic events of natural resources and environment. In 2020, approved by the Ministers of Natural Resources and Environment.
With an area of more than 4,700 square kilometers, covering more than 2/5 of the province's natural area. About the location administrative boundaries, Đăk Nông Geopark covers 6 on 8 cities districts of the province, including Đắk Nông, Cư Rút, Đắk Minh, Đắk Song, Đắk Long, and Gia Nghĩa City. Victory Hill 722 is one of the historical sites of 44% of Đăk Nông Geopark at an altitude of 722 meters above the sea level, an area of about 1 square kilometers, now in Thổ Hoàng Pho village, commune, Đắk Sắc, Đắk Minh district, Đắk Nông province, during the resistance war against the US to save the country. Here, local military forces attacked and destroyed the commando base on August 22 to 23, 1968. From that glorious victory, in memory of the great sacrifices of our officers and soldiers at Hill 722, Đắk Sắc in particular, during the Đắk Lộc campaign in autumn 1968, in general, Hill 722 was provincial. Đắk Nông recognized as a provincial historical relic on October 24, 2012.
This lay about 65 km from the center of Đắk Nông province. From Gia Nghĩa to the pupil commit of Nam Minh commune, then go along the right side of the road 682, continue about 24 km to Victory Hill 722. The road to relic is quite convenient, so visitors can go by any means of transport.
So now let's step back in time to history of 1965 to find out what happened. Back to the history. In May 1965, the U.S. the Puppet Army built the military base 722 Hill, about 10 kilometers east of the center of the Đắk district to strengthen its forces and increase military activities. Here, the enemy built solid fortifications, dense obstacles with 12 layers of barbed wire fences. The fortification and houses here are scientifically ungraded, solidly built or have subdivision fences to prevent the attack of our troops. The enemy forces here consisted of 1 battalion of the Puppet 23rd Division, equipped with modern equipment and weapons. In addition, there is an intelligence network in the population with the task of capturing information. In order to deal with the enemy's plots and tricks, in 1968, the Politburo and the Central Highland Battlefield Command determined that it was really necessary to destroy the enemy in the district capital of Đắk Lộc, where the core was the army base, Hill 722, one of the enemy's key strongholds on the Central Highland Front.
Implementing the policy during 1968 to 1975, our main army coordinated with local military to organize many battle artist portraits. On one hand, the enemy's life fought. On the other hand, to aim at destroy the symptom of garrison that were trying to sabotage Ho Chi Minh Road on battlefield of South Central Highland, in particular the typical battle of On August 22, 1968, by Battalion 20 of South Central Highland Spectre Force, on collaboration with our main army of Quảng Đức Province and the local armed force, opened fire to attract the district tower of Đăk Nông and the tower of Đăk Nông, a series of the enemy's garrison position along the line of Đắk Sắc, Sapa, Đắk Lao, and Đắk Pet. At the same time, indicate that the enemy's dropped after nearly 10 days and nights of fighting on the battlefield alone. We killed more than 300 people, including 60 American and 16 companions. Most are occupying troops and puppet government systems at district and commune level were disbanded. During the campaign, the people of 15 villages around Đăk Nông rebelled and returned to old village. The armed squad arrested more than 100 military personnel and executed 2 notorious evil henchmen.
By August 24, 1968, the base of the Đăk Nông Special Forces camp, the last base of the enemy's engine, was destroyed.
However, when counter-attacking, the enemy surrounded Hill 722 and densely planted men around, using heavy fire and carpet bombing, so the local force could not oppose to the main force. In such difficult situation, our soldiers bravely fought to the last bullet. In this battle, 153 of our soldiers and officers died at Hill 722. The relic of Hill 722 does not mark many feared battles of our main army and the local people from 1965 to 1975. Over a year with drinkable of drinking water, remember short and local government. The locality is carrying out restoration work in order to build this place to become a highly of education.
This place has been, is, and will become a historical vestige of great significance in traditional education, political awareness for the young generation, gratitude for the great merits of our ancestors. As one of the historical militants of the national liberation struggle of the party, community, army, and people of Đắk Nông province, affirming the passionate patriotism, the tenacious and inimitable fighting spirit, and the noble sacrifices of the revolutionary soldiers who spent their blood and bone to sacrifice themselves for the cause of independence and freedom of the fatherland and people.
Dear viewers, the history of our country has gone through more than 4,000 years of struggle to build and defend this country. Our people has gone through countless resistance war against foreign invaders and lost them painful, but also full of the pride in the patriotic tradition and revolutionary heroism of his father generation.
We generations who are living in these peaceful days today must never forget the boundless sacrifices of the generation of our ancestors. As the people of Đắk Nông, Vietnam, we mustn't forget what previous generations have devoted to the peace of this land. Can't forget the heroes and the martyrs who bravely fell down at Hill 722.
Come to Đắk Nông, to land full of the sunshine and wind, but full of the love to the relic of Hill 722.
Let's offer to the heroes and the martyrs a fragrant instance of gratitude to those who have become a part of history of Đắk Nông.